CRC Worldviews and News, important news about Christians worldwide. Today is November 1, 2025. North Korea. Chen He belongs to a secret Christian family. A Bible was found from her during a search. Her parents were imprisoned with difficulty. The children were kept under mental pressure, but they remained in Christ. Iran. Natsli is a Christian woman, suffered violence because of her faith, was arrested by the police. She was convicted in court, but she secretly ran a church. Somalia. Islamist attackers attacked Christians in the village, many Christians were killed. Austin survived and was forced to convert to Islam. They are still suffering. Yemen. A Christian family, victims of extremists, was expelled from their home. Arthur's church was closed. Their family had to flee to asylum. There is still a threat. Sudan. Christians are becoming victims of civil war. The extremists were attacking the Ahad region, during which their family was also killed. Now they are forced to leave their home. Nigeria. Deborah, a Christian girl, was abducted by Boko Haram and sexually assaulted. She survived, but her family disowned her. She now secretly preaches her faith. In Eritrea. A Christian woman named Rama was arrested and put in a container prison for promoting Christianity among children in her home. Her family was also tortured and forced to renounce Christianity. In Myanmar, the home of Pastor Thang was burned down by the junta because he had sheltered Christians. His family was also killed in the attack and he is living in extreme hardship in the shelter. Mali. Suleiman was sentenced to 5 years in prison after closing a church. The charge? Preaching Christianity. The extremists took him to a labor camp and then to a prison camp and tortured him. Cambodia. Sadao said that Christian students are being prevented from Christian teachings and Christian beliefs are ridiculed. He also faced harassment at school. Watch videos and you liked our video, then subscribe to our channel. A reliable source of information. Stay connected with CRC News. CRC Worldviews and News, important news about Christians worldwide. Today is November 2, 2025. China. Xuanang says the government uses modern technology such as facial recognition, tracking of your movements, and social media monitoring to track his and other Christians' activities, then systematically arrests them. Iran. Persian-speaking Christians are being defamed through online propaganda and false accusations. Rahman was also arrested on charges of spreading Christianity, but was released when no evidence was found against him. Sudan. Afsaram said that Christians are constantly changing their location due to attacks by the Allied Democratic Forces. He was also attacked and injured, but remained steadfast in his faith. Nicaragua. Father Roman says that governments use legal action, surveillance, and threats to silence Christian leaders. He has been banned and imprisoned. Algeria. Sadao said that Christian students are forced to study Islamic teachings, and Christian beliefs are ridiculed. They also faced harassment at school. Maldives. Gassim said he was prosecuted for possessing a cross, Bible, and religious clothing, was arrested and tortured, and then faced legal action for spreading Christianity. In Eritrea, Christians are targeted in terrorist attacks, and Habin, a volunteer, was imprisoned and tortured, and the extremists tried to convert him to Islam, but he escaped. In Bhutan, Christians are denied government jobs, education, and health care simply because of their religious identity. Adesh was fired from his job as a Christian. In Libya, Christians are forced to worship in secret churches because public worship has been the target of deadly attacks. Zagum said his neighbor complained that Christians were worshipping, and he was arrested. In Morocco, Christian citizen Yoaz was denied a business license simply because he refused to swear an oath on the Quran. Elijah explained that they could not take an oath while believing in Jesus. Videos and you liked our video, then subscribe to our channel. A reliable source of information. Stay connected with CRC News. CRC Worldviews and News. Important news about Christians worldwide. Today is November 3, 2025. Under the Iranian government, Christians live in complete secrecy, as converts are immediately sentenced to death. There is no official church in Bhutan. Christians face forced conversions and discrimination, where the construction of churches is banned. Converts are socially boycotted. In Myanmar's military coup and ethnic conflicts, Christian minorities, especially the Chin and Karen Christians, have faced violence and displacement. The army has destroyed thousands of churches, and Christians are being forcibly recruited. In Brunei, under Sharia law, Christians are not allowed to worship in public, and the distribution of Bibles is banned. Converts face the death penalty. In Maldives, Christians are ordered to convert to Islam. America told they will be deported or killed. Christian workers are arrested on charges of espionage. There is no formal Christian community, and in 2024, several clandestine Christians were tortured. In Iraq, extremists have faced kidnappings, attacks, and expulsions of a Christian man's family. Ancient Christians have been restricted and churches are impossible to protect. In Bahrain, under Sharia law, no formal Christian worship is allowed, and possession of a Bible is a crime. Foreign workers meet secretly as Christians, while converts are punished by death. The country employs millions of Christian workers. In Malaysia, Islamic laws force Christians out of the country, and a Christian girl named Amelie was kidnapped. Religious cases are discriminatory in courts, while attacks on churches are on the rise. In Algeria, laws close house churches, and Rafsa was arrested on charges of blasphemy, faced torture, also convicted of distributing a Bible. A Christian named Sam faces violence and forced conversions from Islamic extremists in Tunisia, where public worship is banned and foreign missionaries are expelled. Videos and you liked our video, then subscribe to our channel. A reliable source of information. Stay connected with CRC News. CRC Worldviews and News. Important news about Christians worldwide. Today is November 4, 2025. Thousands of Christians are being killed by extremist groups in Congo, Peter said, adding that attacks on villages and kidnapping of girls are common. And the authorities are not protecting them either. In Mozambique, Christians are being pressured to renounce their faith, or else leave the area, Rami said, even though homes have been closed. Worship is banned, and Christian leaders are being arrested. In Egypt, Christians are facing violence and displacement in ethnic conflicts. Extremists have destroyed thousands of churches and forcibly converted Christians into terrorists. In China, Zhu Sheng said, authorities keep a close eye on Christian churches, where Bible apps are banned and millions are monitored. House churches are being shut down, and pastors are being arrested. In Indonesia, Christians face violence, kidnappings and killings from drug cartels, Vincent said, and police intervention is weak. In Oman, under Sharia law, Christians are limited in their ability to worship in public, and converts face family pressure. Foreign workers meet with Christians in secret. In Qatar, Islamic law forcibly restricts Christians, where only foreigners are allowed to worship privately, and local Christians, such as Sagan, face punishment. Discrimination is rampant. In Turkey, Christians face obstacles and violence in returning historic property. Attacks on churches and pressure on Christian leaders are increasing. Christians are demanding protection. In Mali, churches are being closely monitored and even closed. Priests are being arrested. Bans on home worship and accusations of political activity are common. In Nicaragua, the government has closed more than 100 churches, and Christian leaders are arrested as political opponents. Attacks on religious freedom and exile are common. Videos and you liked our video, then subscribe to our channel. A reliable source of information. Stay connected with CRC News.